Hi guys, how are you? Hope you all are doing well. And hey Ash, hey Lynette, how are you? I was putting groceries away, so I had to hurry. And I didn't realize it's like, ooh. But you know what? I did really well. I was only, well, a couple minutes late, but I had to be quick. All right. Well, here comes my big black cat who wants to jump up on the bed and join us. Let me just make sure my phone's on silent here. I've got to do all the little bits and bobs. Make sure I am uh, live on the other side of this. Let's just see how that's going. Oh my goodness. So, how are you guys doing? All right, let me just do two. Oh my goodness, trying to do so many things at once. Bit difficult. All right, that's been quieted. Hi, Isadora. Now, let me just see this side. All right, let me see if I can get this going. We got the live. Okay, there we are. Yes, I see my silly self. All good. Let me just double check this setup. I appreciate you guys being so patient and coming in. I really do appreciate it. Just want to check something on this end, making sure that we are good. All right, all right, all right. I think that's well. All right. Okay. All righty. So how are you guys doing? We're going to be taking a look, moving all my stuff because my big kitty cat over here wants to come over. There, you have the most interesting timing, kitty. By the way, guys, I got my other Trish James decks, and I've been playing with them, and they're quite good. So this is one of them. This is the predictions deck, really good. And then I got she's got three decks. I'm glad you're doing much better, Ash. You just started your class last week. Awesome. And then I got this one, Oracles, just the Trish James, but the graphics, it really well made cards. Highly recommend. And of course, I'm going to grab the investigative deck. I did throw some cards. I got decks galore here. Gotta make sure I got them all. Gonna grab my Lenormand deck. One of my tarot journals that I happen to use to keep track of things, different readings. Oh, it's right here. Here's the investigative deck, really nice one of hers. And my trusty Rider-Waite albino deck. Let's see, is there anything I'm possibly missing? By chance. All right, I'll keep this Mysteries of a Lover's Journey because I like that little clarifier off to the side. Okay. The only thing I need to do now, I didn't get to put on half of my makeup, so you got half of, of me made up, and I don't think any of you care. Um, we'll be taking questions, so excuse me while I just, oh, allergies, get that sorted. If you have a question, just make sure that you put it in all caps. And okay, so far so good. What I'm going to focus on first, I'm going to try this is new. This is new. It's an iced coffee. I love their water, Waikea water, but I'm going to try the iced coffee. Hope it doesn't keep me up all night. Anyway, it's for a good cause. You guys are my good cause. So I was reading on the UFO issue and the denials from the Pentagon, about some footage that they had showed us. it was typical black and white, uh, from the cockpit, the and they, yeah, it's a really good. I should taste it, right? It's good, you guys. Yum yum. That's a winner winner chicken dinner. So that's what we're going to be looking at is the denials by our government concerning UFOs and all that good stuff. And I did get cards of cover up, and nobody's surprised by that. Ash is saying that I was correct last week when I said that he'd be very busy he's got choir, networking, music recording, and piano lessons. Oh, that's a lot, bro. That is a lot. I'm proud of you. I really, really am. So, actually, I'm going to hide that and I'm just going to put up the banner of the UFOs and Pentagon/government denial. Been dealing this for years, right? Since Roswell. Before that. So many interesting cases. There we go. There we go. All right. Got to do some stretches. My back gets a little stiff. And since I'm getting better and healing, I have been doing more cooking uh, to give my husband a break over the last couple weeks, a couple nights a week. Yeah, it's been nice. Watch me get tired of it. No, just kidding. Okay, so I wanted to share with you the off-camera um, notes that I took with regard to uh, the Pentagon's denial and the regarding UFOs. Now, one of the questions that I had asked was, um, is it going, or how to put it, was the denial aspect and cover up of, in particular, to the film that I was talking about. And the cards I got from the investigative deck, what the first one was social media, and the second was aggressive attack. And it made me feel what I got from that was that I'm getting the government, I think, will bother, shock. I'm sure you're just shocked. People that are trying to come forward with their stories. I felt like when I saw the aggressive attack card and the card of social media, I felt like it's people that, you know, do YouTube and so on and so forth. Good evening, Rain Mountains. And Lynette, I'm so glad that you've been calling on your guides and your angels for day job stuff, and things are getting better. That really pleases me, and thank you so much for sharing that because that authenticates what we got in regard, and they were adamant that you should do so, and I'm glad things are getting better. In fact, I took that message for myself as well. It's like, yeah, hey, you. It's often the messages are not just for you, but there's many times something in it for the reader. Um, so going back to the UFO issue, the interesting thing was then I got the Chariot and I got the card of the Wheel of Fortune, and it was to do with destiny, and I feel like fate and karma, and what comes around goes around. And I feel like they're just waiting. Um, and having said that too, I think some of them we need to be very careful about from personal experience, like the Greys. They're not good. I'm sorry. Just my little 2 cents there. Then I got cards, and it was really talking about, I think, the groups that are active in shooting down people's attempt to bring information forward. I got the cards of jealousy, envy, trying to cheat or be deceitful, and a group involvement, like a small little group, really super secret. And then that's because I got the cards of cannot see clearly and stranger unknown to me. So I feel like they try to really, they're very hidden. And they have, I think, a good way of hiding their identity, keeping their identity as involvement in this kind of a group quiet. Not a surprise. I got ringmaster, the organized leader, and then I got assistants to the ringmaster. They have, so it's just, again, the idea of a small group of people with a main person that heads it, um, setting out to task to quiet people down. Hey, dial-in 42. It's very slow, but my pressure ulcers I'm down to one, and it's almost, it's filling in. It's just very slow, but we're getting there. Now, so we're getting back to the reading, we're getting that small group of people. And then the last two cards that I pulled very quickly was know too much and want to talk. And then I got cover up and tampering and black ops. So, yeah, you know, that was just a general run. So now I'm going to try again, and I'm going to use the same deck and just see what I get. And then I'll probably pull some from just the basic Rider Waite. And do forgive any background noise you might hear, be it my wound vac or the door coming open and family walking around. You know the drill. So let's get ahead and get started. All right. And I appreciate you all being here that are coming in. Thank you so much. If you'd be so kind and hit that thumbs up, that would help the algorithm of this channel. And I appreciate that very much. I feel like you're too far away. Come here. Come here, closer. All right. Let's see how this goes. All right. What I want to know is, let me ask this. In the next, I'm going to give us a window of 10 years. Will we be closer to some sort of more freedom of people to come forward with their experiences and more information? So I want to see if that's going to shift, and maybe even if there will be more attempts at contact, that sort of thing. Hi, Herbert family. Yes, you may. If you want to ask the question specifically for your sister on the other side, just write it in all caps. And then I will star that. And once we get to the second half of the show, I will take your question as the first one. Thanks. Thanks for being here. Okay. So let's take a look and see if the next 10 years, if they're going to come forward, and if we're going to see a change in the government's hiding and denial. Because I think we're going to see some really, absolutely, everyone is, I take 10 questions. So two of you there already, go ahead and put them in all caps. You're here, and it's first come, first serve. So if you do have a question, go ahead and put it, and I'll keep a watch on the comments and catch it. All right. Now, for a moment, I'm going to ignore the chat, and I'm just going to focus on the 10-year span window and on information that's much more, on the level coming out, and just see what it wants to say about contact and that sort of thing. Gotcha, darling. Darling, 42. Got your question. Okay. So in the next 10 years, will we see really big shifts to do with disclosure and contact and change within government groups that try to squelch the truth? See what we get, you guys. Got that, Lynette? All right. So let's go. Let's see what we get. There, I like that because I can get Bear centered behind me. All right. Staged, set up, framed. This makes me feel like we're looking at more instances of them. Yeah, hermit, kept in the dark, but people are still searching and offering through their own experiences. But I feel like they're trying to make people feel very alone and isolated that experience these things and try to come forward. I think they make it difficult for them here. And I don't think that they offer them, I think they purposefully don't try to help them. That's what I'm getting. I get disinformation, actually, and I'm getting that I think that they might set people up to, um, you know, take their reputation away, not make them seem like they know what's going on. Got your question, Ash? All right. We're getting the lovers relationship. I'm getting some hits off that. And I'm getting put in a room or place. I'm just going to straight up say what I'm getting from that. I feel like they may have had a couple of, I think, beings that may have been a pair that they've kept in a hidden means to store, or their place. I think they've had a hidden underground, maybe, where they would take, I think, whether it's beings and their vehicles, what have you. I'm really getting a strong vibe there of like they've may have a couple or stored a couple. Got it, Raina? I get the moon again and hidden and unclear. So they're really going to continue to try to, I think, like the Area 51 and all these places. And I don't think Area 51 has all the stuff that people think it does. I think that there's another place that we don't know about here that is like probably underground, and they are very, very determined to keep this and us in the dark, literally. But then I get, okay, I'm getting drugs, alcohol, or blood. All right, not sure if that's going to make any sense. Dark web or recorded. Now, it could, something that occurred to me is them using the dark web, possibly. Now, this could be a stretch, but in order to keep things hidden and to discredit people, they frame them according to these cards, and they're up to no good through underground means such as the dark web. Maybe there's something to do with substance. I'm not quite sure. Got your question, Herbert family? We're getting exposed secrets, though, and digital footprint. I think there's going to be some sort, we already have digital, imaging from various Air Force, uh, but something's going to come. Something's going to come forward. Digital footprint. Let's just get a few more cards on that. And we're getting, I am safe now. Okay, this is making me feel like it's this people that have experienced these kinds of things feeling more safe with this information coming forward. And we're getting temperance. Yes, life and balance. So I think in the next 10 years, we're still going to see that they are going to want to hang on and keep it hidden, but we are going to have some very important information that does come out. And it's going to make, I think, experiencers feel a bit more safe. Let me just look some more here. Let me try a different deck. Okay. Yeah. And I'll look at this for about 10 more minutes, and then that will put me in at about half an hour in, and I'll take the questions that people have been asking for the second half of the show. All right. I'll use the predictions deck. All right. Again, by Trish James. And let me see. What is the information that will be exposed about UFOs and contact in the next 10 years? What information is going to come forward to do with UFOs and contact and the truth? The truth is literally out there. All right, show me the truth, Spirit, regarding UFOs, contact, and truth, and um, open disclosure. Will we become closer to that? What do you want me to know and share? I get that there's changes coming. And it's interesting. It's saying pandemic health crisis. That makes me wonder about the pandemic. Now, it could mean that there could be an illness that might run again, but maybe not. So let's just not get excited about that and just continue. All right. Battle Warship. This was another one I got. And I'm just going to draw another card and then I'm going to say what I got yesterday with this deck. Because it was that card and something else. Duties keep quiet. Okay, now I'm going to spill the beans here, or tea. Battle Warship and duties keep quiet. I think that there's going to be a significant, possible even sinking of a naval vessel of ours. And I think it is going to possibly be to do with UFO activity. And I think they're going to lie and say that it's something else. And I'm getting that again. And they're going to be made to be quiet about it. And I think it's going to be a significant, battle warship. I think some kind of significant ship could go missing or be attacked or something could go wrong. And I just feel like there's a connection. And when I got the cards, I felt like the UFO could come up from the water, not from the sky, with regard to this battleship hiding something. Maybe there's something aboard the ship, the warship. controlled narrative. I think they're again coming back, and we have something. Thank you. Thank you so much, Herbert family. Yay. Thanks. My birthday is on Thursday. So it looks like we're getting a controlled narrative about a battle warship, maybe illness on board or something. I'm not quite sure. But whatever it is to do with this, it is going to be in connection to UFO issues, and they're going to keep stum. They're going to keep quiet about it. And they're going to give some other kind of a story to us about whether this is a kind of an illness that's going on the ship, or if if there's some kind of something goes wrong, or if it sinks. Let's just continue. I get AI tech and worldwide Earth. Hey, Ron, unconditional love. I'm not doing too bad. I was running late today, but I'm making up for it. I'm looking at UFOs right now. So, AI tech and worldwide Earth, that might play a part. I mean, we're already seeing that there's some positive things that AI can do, and hopefully this will be a positive thing. Um, let's just continue and see and just put that on the shelf and go, okay, this is a worldwide event, I feel like. Um, hi, JR. Okay. I get military plane. Hmm. All right, few more. Join forces. Well, if this was a worldwide event, hmm, we'll just have to keep an open mind. Join forces. And I do get like something about food shortage, but I'm not so sure about that card. Let's see what we get. Sometimes these decks, you kind of run to a point where they stop making sense. And I think that's when you know, like, okay, well, the information there is finished. Again, I'm getting tension escalates in health matter. Is this going to be them using what they did in Havana, the Havana effect? Uh, some people think that the Havana effect is back engineered from a UFO technology and using waves to attack people and disable them. And people have had long-term health consequences as a result of this. And I'm kind of getting that vibe. Let me just see with the regular tarot if they're going to be using something like the Havana effect on a ship of ours or something. Now, I think Russia was behind the Havana effect, but I think they back engineered that or something. Probably stole it. I don't know. This is all for entertainment purposes only, folks. Okay? All right. Let's just see. Now I'm going to ask, within the next 20 years, will we have official contact with other intelligent life uh, that exists? And so will we have within 20 years, will we have contact that is official, that is open? Oh, Bear doesn't like that my daughter isn't here. It's okay, Bear. All right. 20 years, will we have contact established? And will this now be more open within 20 years' time? Sorry, I have somebody coming in. Hey, Ivy's mom. Hello. I've got that. I do get a good likelihood of summer being found. Well, I get a yes. Look at that. Now, you know I read in pairs. And I get the Ace of Swords. Yes. I think within 20 years, we will have clarity for sure, facts, and contact. Um, and we're going to know a lot more. It's really going to be momentous. This is the being sneaky, trying to be maybe even sometimes strategic, or it can also just be plain up deceit. But I think it shows also, okay, this is showing me, I think, the pain from people that haven't been believed, and also those that put on hoaxes and that sort of thing. I think there's going to be a lot of healing too from the disinformation by our government and the harm that that has caused. I'm getting the Page of Cups and the Knight of Swords. So I believe that there's going to be some wonderful things too that come with this. It's not all doom, gloom, and fear like so many people are addicted to in this earthly world. I really do think some people are addicted to fear. They like that constant um, anxiety. I do not. So this to me is definitely yes, 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 yes. I think we will have significant event of some kind coming within 10 years, and it will there's a great deal of light here. And the Ace of Swords, there's clarity, there's truth, there's facts. There's also some uh parts that are more playful, even a playfulness, a message that's playful. And I get justice and the Two of Wands. So I think our government is waiting until they have to. This is the waiting card and looking to the future. And I think there are governments, nah, they're not going to come forward. I think this is going to be something between experiencers, in my opinion, that the government is just not going to be able to deny. This is something like, I think, worldwide, that I think people are going to be able to prove that it's not AI or things like this. This is wild. We get Temperance and the Hermit. So I also feel like there is a balance in knowing that we're not alone, and we will continue to uh, learn more about ourselves and more about others and our place in the universe. I think it also will put us on a further exploration of our true nature, because this isn't it. This is being human, and it's, part of the lessons, but it's not our true nature. This is just a lesson, you know? Okay. All right. So I'm satisfied with that for the moment. Let's see what the questions are. I think I've got 7. I can take a few more if people want that come in. With the first person, now I'm going to go switch to me. The yes or no question. All right. And again, thank you for joining me tonight. Now, let me give this deck a bit of a shuffle. And you know what? I think I'll try the Trish James Oracle. This is just her regular oracle. Expand to go bigger, type healing, soulmate, that kind of stuff. Yeah, I think this deck will be good for reading. Let me just make sure it's all not flipped around. Sometimes these decks are so slippery that when you pick them up, move them around, you can accidentally flip the cards. And I don't like reading reversals because it just makes me stall trying to look at something upside down. Ugh. Okay. And Hugger Greeter, thank you for being here. So good to see you. All right. So the first yes/no question I have is from Dylan42. Do my guides or family members have a message about this year? Okay, well, we have a little bit of it left. We're heading toward fall, and then we have winter. So what do the guides want you to know about the rest of 2024? What are the influences that Darlin42 needs to be aware of? Darlin42. Guides or family on the other side. What's the message, please? Okay, let's see what I get. I'm starting to get a little warm. Let me get a little sip of my iced coffee. That's good. All right. Slow down and take your time. Paired with nurture, care for others. So it looks like slowing down this winter and fall and winter and caring for, I'm going to say also yourself as well as others. It has lady with the little puppy dog. Seems to be part of the message. And I'm getting soulmate, special to you. Is there someone in your life that you look after? Let me know. But I would just say, you know what? Now I'm getting so, guys, when I start reading, sometimes I start to just heat up. And I'm starting to heat up. I got to take off the sweater and wear this t-shirt. So, excuse me for a moment. And when I get cold, I'll put the sweater back on. Okay. Okay, so I'm getting about taking care of somebody that is like looks like a significant other or partner, soulmate. And we get sleepless, lack of sleep. So I'm going to say that I was right about taking care of yourself as well as others and going more slow, taking care of your health. Looks to me and feels like to me with that deck as something that's important. And just overall slowing down, focusing on nurturing, helping other people, and enjoying life. Let's just see what else it wants to say. Now I'm going to use for you the regular tarot Rider Waite. Let's see what we get from a message. What more is there for Darlin 42 from their family on the other side or guides? Yeah, I'm getting the moon and the devil. Now, this can be about dealing with bad habits, overindulging. Sometimes that's when we eat too much, drink too much, spend too much, or we think too little of ourselves. The bottom line is when we give our power over to a negative habit and allow it to control us. And we're getting also the moon. So these can be hidden issues and maybe to look my husband is Bill. Okay, darling, thanks. It looks like I feel like you need to look under the surface for this. Again, it looks to me like dealing with, I feel like letting these things go, like you're getting ready to grow and let go of negative habits, but there's these things are fear-based. I get the Nine of Cups and I get the Strength. Yes, these are issues to do with self-control and regulation, self-regulation of one's behavior and actions. And again, there's a sense of satisfaction. So I feel like it's getting on top of perhaps and quitting uh, some bad habits that need to be nipped. And I see satisfaction and self-control in that regard. Yeah, it's letting go of a time of suffering and waiting this new dawn, which I think is going to come with the new year. So, pretty difficult work that you're doing. And I do think taking care of others, maybe even helping other people that have these problems if it's not you. Um, but I feel like this shows that there's something positive. There's going to be actual progress made in overcoming negative uh, addictions, attachments. Okay? And I feel like it's letting go of a lot of pain that is coming and feeling more in control of self, using more self-control. It just keeps coming back. Yeah, and temperance, oh my gosh. And the world wheel of fortune. So there is change really coming in the new year. And it is about bringing balance to any excesses in our lives where various things, like if we spend too much, like I'm saying, et cetera, it's getting organized, getting real, letting go of that which doesn't serve us. So this is good. There's your message. I hope that is helpful, darling, because it looks to me like you're going towards self-love and nurturing and leaving behind negative behavior patterns, attachments that have been pulling you away, causing suffering and chaos. So I hope that that makes some kind of sense to you. All right, let's keep going. All right, now we next have Lynette. I am working on a 1930s cozy mystery series. How will it pan out for me? Okay, see what we get. Let me just go change deck, clear deck. Okay, Lynette Sparkles, 1930s cozy mystery series. That sounds really good. I love mysteries. How will it pan out? How will the mysteries pan out? How will the cozy mystery series pan out for Lynette? The lovers. Well, there's choices, but this is harmony, so that's good. And I feel like the right people are attracted. You know, the you're drawing, this is attracting others to you in a harmonious way. Yeah, and you get the world. So this to me is there will be completion and success. And this looks very positive. The energy is very light. It's good. Let's see, pull a couple more. I get the Queen of Cups, and I see you worried about it. But just try to make sure you're getting enough sleep. Don't worry yourself silly. because that's going to make you unproductive. It's best to let that go. Let's see what else we get with it. Yeah, a lighter, more playful perspective will do you a good. And I think that these will be liked. I think you might be surprised. And I think you'll get good feedback with the Eight of Wands. So I hope that's helpful. I would love to know more about it, and I hope you will make sure to come back when you're finished and let us know so we can all um, support you and read it. Or those of us that can and want to, that would be great. I'd love to myself. You're welcome, darling. I hope that made sense for you. Okay. Next, let me go back. We have Ash. Then we have Raina and the Herbert family and Ivy's mom. Okay. So, Ash, let's see what's going to happen for you within the next week. What's the theme? Yeah, I still feel like I want to use this deck because it's feeling right. You know, sometimes it just feels right. Okay. What is on for Ash in the next week? What does the week look like for Ash ahead? What's the advice? What's the advice for Ash for the week ahead? Okay. I'm getting a little bit of a disconnect with the four, but there's change with the Wheel of Fortune. Now, this disconnect might make you feel a little bit meh. Let me see what else is going on. And it could be that you're going to change out of kind of a state of maybe neither terribly excited or you know, it's just kind of there, still kind of not. You can have all these things going for you, right? But it's like, you're still looking for. I still haven't found what I'm looking for type of energy here. But I feel like something's about ready to change, and it's significant with the Wheel of Fortune. It could be that things are going to come to you this week that are kind of like when you're just kind of open and not thinking. And I get, yeah, there's something to do with family and walking away or moving on. Now, this could be like inheritance, it could be support. I'm not quite sure if this is money that's going to help you to uh, focus and move forward. I feel like I need a couple more cards. This is about pausing. You're going to be tired. My caution is against burnout. Um, this is looking at your schedule and at your goals and tweaking and editing your week, your schedule. That might be very important to do. You don't want to overtire yourself or overcommit yourself because then you might neglect something to do with family. And I don't think you want to do that. So don't overcommit yourself. Otherwise, you might just feel like you have no interest to talk to people or to be bothered with something that's important to you. But I do see change and letting go. I think it's a way of realizing how not to overcommit yourself during this time at school. You don't want to get sick. Yeah, you know, because I think you could end up getting sick. So look, really seriously, um, don't burn out. Be careful. but you'll be okay. You know, this is learning. There you are at school and you're overcoming. But I do think you might feel a little bit, you know. So don't stay away from people that are coughing and don't stay up too late. Seriously, don't burn out because I think then you're going to wear yourself down. I'm serious. So take care of your health, eat your oranges, um, eat your broccoli because it's got loads of vitamin C and other stuff, believe it or not. Seriously, watch your immune system and don't overdo. That's what my advice for you is. Okay, now we have Verena. Okay, so she's saying, but at least I'm going to the doctor. I'm going to see what's going on. So I'm not picking up. But question, how does my health look regarding circular vascular? Now, I'm not sure what circular vascular. I know what vascular is. It's your, veins and so on and so forth. And Raina, thank you so much. And thank you so much for your donation. Uh, another last week and liking and thumbing up things, Raina. I really appreciate that. Let's take a look at your health. I'm going to switch out the deck just because I feel like maybe that's what I need to do. And I'm going to try the Trish James Oracle again and see what I get. If I'm not jiving with it, I'll flip back over to the Rider Waite. Let me just check the comments really quickly. Oh, you do have yeah, good, Ash. Yeah, be very careful. Don't, and try to get to bed early and, eat right, hydrate, all the good stuff. Okay, so let's see. All right, Raina. We want to look at Raina's vascular health. Is there anything? And I'm glad you're going to the doctor. I know that it's like the least fun thing to do. It's my least fun thing to do. But, you can avoid hospitalization, and other serious problems that you can't bounce back from. So I'm glad that you're doing that. Let's take a look at Raina's vascular system and see if there's any messages to do with the health with this deck. Raina Martinez. Okay, what do I need to share with her? Do the work, reward for effort and soulmates, special to you. So I'm feeling, I'm not sure about this deck, but I think you have support from your significant other, maybe, but somehow doing the work, making the effort, going to the doctor, I think advocating for yourself is key. Illusion, not as it seems. This could be that there are things that may not be what they appear to be with it. Balance, ups and downs. So balance could be the up and down flow of blood or blood pressure. Also, if it's not balanced, something needs balancing. Because this is often a card of like ups, real high, real low, real high, real low. Ah, okay, thank you. She says, I'm a patient care attack. I'm a patient. Let's see, care attack. Oh, I just had a patient. I just had a patient command. Oh, and get vascular surgery for her blood clot in her leg. Okay. Opportunity and knowledge information. This is an opportunity to learn more. Let's see. I want to try though with the other deck. This deck for me right now isn't flowing the way I want it to. So let me just use this. Okay, Raina. So you got surgery for a patient with a blood clot in her leg. Let's take a look. How are things gonna go? It looks like for if those cards are right, it looks like maybe there's something that isn't what they think it is, and they're going to need to look more closely. But let me just throw these cards. I meant to say patient care tech. Thanks. I get it. I get it now. I thought maybe. All right. So let's just see how this vascular surgery for her is going to go. Blood clot in her leg. Bless her. We'll pray for her. Let's all just lift her up to the Holy Spirit and ask the ancestors and uh, all good spirits pray and help her to heal and overcome. So let's see what we get for this lady. All right. I get strength. So that's good. And I'm getting the Wheel of Fortune. I got the Wheel of Fortune a lot tonight, guys. That's interesting. This is good. There will be some changes, but and I do feel that she will get through this. Um, Brave person, fearless, courageous. And, I think this person suffered quite a bit with the strength card, but I think this gets resolved moving forward. Let me see what else I get. It's good. There's help given. Yes, look at this. They're going to balance out the problem. So her blood clot leg is going to, that issue is going to get sorted out. That's really good. I'm glad to see it. They'll know what to do. She's given the help, and it brings balance to her situation. Okay? Yeah. So that's good. And I think it will add years to her life. Literally, add years to her life ahead. So that's good, Reina. Bueno. Okay. It looks like it'll go well and get resolved, and they'll find the answers. Alrighty. Herbert family, you are next. My sister's name is Monique. Does she know how much I miss her and love her? Well, first off, I can tell you from my own experiences, yes, without a doubt. She's more alive than you and I are here. I know that sounds crazy and weird, but just trust me on this. Um, she's more vibrant, more alive. They are fully aware of what we do. They keep a watch on us. They often try to communicate with us, but this energy here is pretty dense and it can be hard for us to pick up on the messages. But I'm going to use the cards. I'm just going to go ahead and use my typical Rider-Waite deck first and see what it wants to reveal with her. We're going to turn it over to her to use the cards, and I'm just here to try to interpret her message to you. Okay, Monique. Hey, Monique. What would you like to share with your sister? How can you let her know that you're all right? And I know you're aware of how much she misses you and loves you, but what do you want to share with the cards in regard to knowing what she's thinking and feeling? Monique, 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 Monique. Because I've used this deck so much, I just really want to shuffle it really well Because if that Wheel of Fortune comes back up, I want to be able to say, hey guys, you saw me shuffle. Okay, split this deck. Okay, Monique, what is your message to your sister? I get a Queen of Pentacles. This is like I said, I read in pairs, and I get the Star. Yes, she does know. Um, and she watches over you, just like the stars that are out at night. She's there, even if you don't see her or are aware of her. And the stars during the day, they're still there. We just don't see them. This is she an earth sign by chance? Doesn't have to be. This is indicative of somebody that liked nature, animals, food, domestic kind of person that would have been just a really, I think, lovely individual, a real nurturing type that like nature and homey kind of things. Does that make sense? You're going to get them out, Raina. So I'm getting your sister is there and watches over you for sure, knows how much you love. And I feel like tries to contact you, but it's just you need to be aware of it. Just like we know, like I was saying earlier, that the stars come out at night that we can see, but they're still there during the day. And it's the same kind of a principle with people that, yeah, look at this, the Two of Cups and the Moon. Use your intuition. Don't allow your fear to make you not hear or feel disconnected because she's right there. She was all of these things. Oh, that's lovely. And she's there especially during your dark times, too. The thing also with the star is that we go through the darkness, okay? And we do our best. We'd reach for help, you know, to spirit, the ancestors that watch over us. And we take that inspiration and we bring it into our earthly life. And she's there, and she's wanting you to know that even when you go through the dark times, know that there's always hope, and she is there right there with you with that Two of Cups. Look at that. I'm going to pull a couple more. Yeah, look, this is the sibling card, the past, childhood, and the Nine of Pentacles. This is really something about maybe even being outside in a garden, because this lady on the Nine of Pentacles is in a beautiful garden, and she's got her not a hawk, I'm sorry, her, oh, falcon. She's practicing falconry. So this is good memories of the past. And it feels like this innocence, this purity. It's just beautiful. Yes, yes. She definitely is there for you. She knows all these things. And memories of the past. I get a Queen of Cups. She's just saying be strong, but be fierce. Be brave, but loving. This is again the card of self-regulation. And it's about self-control and how you can win over the fiercest animal in the kingdom, the lion, by being gentle and loving. Oh, they both died of COVID at 55. That's very interesting. Very interesting. She's indicating that they're okay, that she's, there to connect, and that you would have a natural, intuitive, uh, you would have a natural, intuitive ability there that you could strengthen. She's there. Yep. And she shows this enthusiasm and a new energy. It feels energetic. I think, after having been ill and all of that and getting out of a body that's ill, I can tell you when I've left my body, it was amazing. This is like a lead suit. So this makes me feel like this is her just bouncing around seriously and happy and enthusiastic and joyous and just love. There's just so much love here. Yes. And I think, overcoming uh, a lot. So, I get that she does know that she's with you. They're okay. Let me just ask if there's anything more real quick, because we're almost finished here. Let me just see. I have a few more. What else might Monique and her husband want to share? Anything else? Well, this is about looking to the future, looking ahead, and the Queen of Wands. There's someone I think that might be important or significant coming into your sphere. Very bubbly woman. The Queen of Wands is charming, warm, uh, and maybe going to help you with some kind of work where you might feel like you are overwhelmed or you have too much on. It feels like there is some kind of like, somebody sharing, I think the load. Yeah, Ten of Cups. I keep getting the Strength card. And this is about, look at the family though too. Here we have the couple and they're on the other side. Everything is good. Um, there is balance. There is a gentle strength, and they are aware. The rainbow connects one side to the other, their world to our world. And we travel over that rainbow bridge, as they say, Fedor pets. But to me, this is letting you know that, oh, yeah, we're fully aware of what you're up to. We love you. And heart to heart, they're right there. And to know that they're there and to make sure that you contact them, talk to them. You can do telepathic or out loud. Sometimes telepathic is best, though. It's a little embarrassing when people walk in the room, unless you're like me and you don't care and your family knows you're a little bit different. Anyway, I'll leave that there. So that's a definite yes. And thank you so much for your donation. Ivy's mom, this is the last question of the night. Doo, 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 doo. I want to thank you all. Oops. Ivy's mom, she wants to know if Summer Wells is going to be found. Well, let's just switch out. You know what I want to try and use this time? Well, I have two of them. Maybe I'm going to use the Lenormand and this Mysteries of a Lover's Journey. Just see if it says anything. Again, my nose is kind of bothering me due to allergies. You're very welcome, Herbert family. My pleasure and honor to share that. She was just like, bang, I'm here. Okay. Well, Summer Wells ever be located? Will her remains, not to be morbid, but will they be found? Will Summer Wells' remains one day be located? Let's see what we get. I get admiration, um, in awe, highly valued. This looks like a positive, but let's just keep rolling, right? Okay. Ugh. I get a card of desire, carnal needs. All right, now that changes things. This makes me feel like it was a abduction for the point of uh, inappropriate behavior with children that's coming up. And I get a card of purging, purifying, energy cleanse, detox, and I get a feminine energy. Is a woman going to reveal something? I feel like a woman wants to purge something, wants to tell what they know, spit it out. Maybe this is someone that knows. I get disillusioned and lust. I think someone is going to and this is what I keep getting with her, that there's a man and a woman responsible. I don't think it's the parents. I think it's another couple, and I feel like they are going to fall out. And I think this female might bring forward a tip or information. Accusations, blame game. This makes me feel finger pointing and detachment, which is disconnecting, fading away, disappearing. Fear and burnout, fatigue. I feel like it's touching more on something coming from a woman that has met an end with, I think, keeping quiet about something. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to try the good old Rider-Waite. Oh, wait. I was going to use the other one. What am I doing? The Lenormand. Okay. My little pamphlet here, because it's been a while since I've used it, although I know most of the symbols. Watch me say that and then draw a blank. All right. Let's just try the Lenormand. Will Summer Wells be found? So that was interesting. It's still picking up on an adult woman for me that may hold some significance in regard to her being found. And it feels like this woman falls out of a relationship with, I think, the male adult responsible. All right. Summer Wells remains. Will Summer Wells be recovered? This deck is a little thinner than I'm used to, so it feels weird when you shift. Okay. Let's see what we get. I'm getting the anchor. Weighted down. Stability. And I'm getting letter. So again, there's something about communication and the anchor. There is a boat. here. So a lot of times I get water. I get the tower. That means something, in this case, although with the Lenormand, this can indicate like protective environment and child. I look at her. Oh my God, it looks like her. You guys, I think she will be. But again, it's through some kind of information that someone gives. And let me just look at tower. I know it's to do like with institutions. Maybe this person is going to be taken into custody, and that's when they spill the tea of where she is or something. I get key also, and man, what did I tell you guys? Yeah, I do think she will be found, and I do think the people, a couple, is going to be the ones that are responsible. I don't think it's the parents. This doesn't show me like what I would look for as parents. I keep getting the cards that I should get, like when I read with the Rider Waite, I should get like the Emperor or the Empress. That would be mother, father. And I don't get that. And in this one, I'm not getting it either. I get birds and garden. So yes, I do think she is going to be found. I do think there's a woman and a man that are involved, and I do believe that with child and man, yes, I think there's going to be some kind of information. Let me just look at the tower thing real quick. Okay, that's 19. Okay. So, card of completions, results, summing up results, stability, summing up work done, successful completion of a certain life cycle. So, success, yes. I think that they will find her. Okay. Let me just look a little more. I want to get more of a, squeeze more of a meaning out of it. Let's look at the anchor. Sometimes when I hit the, you know, the words, sometimes they can strike something. So let's go 9. No, actually it's 35. My bad. Okay. Again, stability. So we had stability with the tower and we have stability with anchor. Peace, order. Sometimes it can be procrastination, so that could be a delay. We've definitely been a delay. Um, or a lack of desire to undertake or change anything. Feel routine work daily has bureaucracy. The bureaucracy. But I do think that she will be found. I think there's a man and a woman that will be in touch with the bureaucracy, and I think there's going to be a lot of talk with birds. And let's see, garden. I could be outside. 12 and 20. Let's just take a look. 12 and 20. Because I'm just chilling tonight. I can. Okay, so the birds is like the approach of news, right? And it's talk, agreements. Maybe she's going to make a deal. That's just creepy that we got child, and child looked exactly like her, the hair and everything. But that's the tarot. I'll tell you, never ceases to amaze. And the garden is fun, peace, entertainment, joy, happiness, with loved ones, establishing relationships, acquaintances, new acquaintances, garden, birds. These people were new. I, mm, Bouquet. Yeah, I do think she's going to be found. And mountains. Though I think there would have been an obstacle, and the mountain is usually a significant obstacle, but I'm getting Bouquet first, and the other cards, yeah, I do think she will be found. Um, I'm not quite sure when. That's up to the universe, but I keep getting something about a couple, like I said, and a woman being significant in bringing information. And I know that I'm one of my readings on her, um, most recently on Summer Wells. I picked up that kind of energy as well. So if you want to watch that video, if you haven't seen it, you might want to see it. All right, you guys, and that's it for tonight. Um, next week, next Sunday, I will be covering Earth changes and what we need to be aware of. So that'll be just kind of the intro while people are coming in, and then I'll be taking your questions. So if you appreciated tonight's readings and all that jazz, please give me a thumbs up. Thank you so, so, so much for joining me, and I will see you guys again. Bye. Take care.